Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my
Hello and welcome to the Purgatorians cast interviews. In this series, you shall be able to find out more information about the cast, what other projects they are currently working on, as well as their views about the character and the show. Today we have Michael McGeachin, who voices Billy Castleton in the show. Thank you, Michael, for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What was your initial response when you read through the synopsis of the Purgatorians and the cast of characters involved?
Well, my initial response was it seems a very intense story. Clearly a lot of skullduggery, a lot of betrayal and general horrible stuff happening. And as far as the cast of characters goes, obviously there are some really nice people, particularly some of the scenes that I'm in, some absolutely lovely characters. But they seem to be kind of in the minority. There are some absolute shockers, and looking forward to loving hating them.
What can you tell us of the story of the show, the themes and such?
The story and the themes of the show, and we've already covered it's a huge scope, and there's a lot of dark and unpleasant things that happen. a lot of it seems to build around the dangers of totalitarianism. Doesn't seem to be far from anything that happens in the script. But also, just on a simpler scale, trust, betrayal, and being smart about who you give your trust to. That is certainly a theme for the parts of the script that I feature in.
In your opinion, why will people want to listen to this show? What would keep them coming back for the next episode?
The sheer drama of it, the drive of the show, and the variety of the characters, and some of them are absolutely horrible. These are the kinds of things that will often bring me back to a show. First, just to see what happens next, with all the peril that is ongoing, but also to wait for some of those unpleasant characters to get some kind of comeuppance. That is frequently a driver, and a very addictive one.
Why did you want to take part in such a large project?
Being part of a large project is just very exciting, just to see something with that kind of scope and scale, even if you're only a very small part of it. It's thrilling to be part of a larger whole like that.
Please, tell the viewers something about your character you are voicing.
Okay, my character, Billy, he's a nice guy. He's a little naive, very much someone who's led by his heart. He's all he wants, really, is to be with his mates and maybe have a nice girlfriend. He wants love to win the day, which is very sweet.
What do you feel will be the hardest part of bringing your character to life?
The hardest part of bringing that to life, I wouldn't call myself necessarily cynical, but I'm not as naive as Billy. I know that sometimes things are not as sweet and rosy as they may seem. So, kind of entering that headspace, not necessarily a big challenge, but I have to consider that Billy he's a bit of a soft lad. He's a bit of a daft lad.
If you could have chosen any character, male or female, who would it be, and why?
Any character. I mean, I'm very happy with who I have. For all that, I do think Billy is incredibly naive. He's a great character to play. But that said, I do quite like my dark and cruel characters as well. So I would love to have a crack at Tobias. He seems like a right nasty piece of work, and I love that.
How much input do you have in the show? And does the creator of the show keep you informed about the decisions being made?
As far as input goes, whenever an actor is portraying a character, there's almost kind of a negotiation between the actor, the script, and the director as to what the character ends up sounding like. So yeah, there's almost a certain degree of input, and I must say, Paul keeps us very well informed of what's going on with the show. He's very generous with the information he shares with us, which is very encouraging. I like that.
What inspired you to become a voice actor?
Ever since I was in school, I've always loved acting. The majority of that was stage acting. But kind of more recently, I found myself in a position where I could reasonably pursue acting, as a profession. So I grasped the opportunity with both hands, and here we are.
Is this your first show, or have you done other voice acting projects?
This isn't my first show. I'm relatively new to voice acting, so I don't have much under my belt, and even less that's actually out in the world, ready for people to listen to. But I do have a few things, and a few more potentials as well, so watch this space.
In your opinion, what separates the show from others that you have done? This
is probably the biggest thing. The ambition of this project is huge. So that I think is something that sets it apart. And also the tone. It's a very dark and foreboding tone, which I very much enjoy in my serialized audio dramas.
If your character is to die in the show, how would you want this to happen?
Oh, if Bill was to die, I mean, like I say, he's a lovely guy, and he's a very trusting guy, so it would be nice for him to live a full an enjoyable life and raise a family with a loving partner and pass away peacefully in his sleep or surrounded by family or something like that. Don't think that's going to happen for him, but that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Any plans for after the show ends?
Well, I'd certainly be interested to see what everyone else of the cast and crew and whatnot, whatever they do next, and maybe hopefully work with some of them again, because everyone seems like a great bunch. But I'd also like to do more audio drama. It's something I very much enjoy doing, so more of that, please.
Where can people find you if they are interested in your work and want to know more, or possibly hire you?
If they want to find me, I'm on Casting Call Club, which is where I found out about the casting call for this show. You can find me under MJMCG, MJ McG, on that site. I'm also under the same name on Blue Sky, so mjmcg.bsky.social. Come along and have a chat. Follow me if you wish. I mainly post about music, so if that's your thing, then great.
Imagine you are your character. Any final words from them to the viewers?
What about a little message from Billy? Well, I believe that love will conquer all, and there's someone out there for everyone, so I think I found mine. Hope you find yours. Until then, have a lovely drink with your mates, and stay happy. See ya!
Thank you, Michael, for joining us, and I wish you and your character every success in both the show and your future roles.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks again.
If you at home would like to look at the other projects Michael McGeachin has worked on, is currently working on, and for any further information, please check the description of the video. If you would like to support the show, Patreon members will receive 1 week ad-free and uncensored early access to all shows, amongst other benefits such as exclusive director and cast commentary videos and the ability to be credited in the description if you would like to submit your reactions and they are chosen for a montage video, as well as much more. Please feel free to look at the rewards in the tiers there. Next week we have Megan Fury joining us, who has taken over from Samantha Ripp to voice Faith Parker to give us their opinions on their character, the show, and other projects they have worked on. I hope you will join us. Until then, goodbye.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm walking, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home.